Last winter, as I was riding through Mexico, I met an awesome girl named Lili. She had a really great personality and filled me in on a lot of the cultural nuances, helped me out with my Spanish, and was an awesome cook. Since then, we've shared a lot of adventures together in Mexico on the back of my bike. I was anxious to see her in America and show her the Black Hills of South Dakota, a place that I've come to love over my last 2.5 years on the road. From my camp in the woods, I headed to the airport in Rapid City to pick her up. So we're just starting all that stuff. So I am sitting here at the Rapid City Airport in South Dakota, and I got a very special visitor coming in any second. So we'll see how she likes the U.S. And there she is. Looks like, okay, yes, she didn't bring too big of a bag like I told her, so that's good. Hola! ¿Cómo estás, extraña?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Just gave Lili this helmet. It's a little helmet. Someone had carefully stashed this Victory helmet high up a tree in Sturgis. I kept an eye on it for a few days, and when they never retrieved it, I brought it to Lili. It was just the perfect size for her. We spent the night in Rapid City and headed to Sturgis in the morning. The day before, I picked up some fresh roasted Hatch chilies from Dakota Mart, a chain of grocery stores in South Dakota. These chilies had traveled all the way from Hatch, New Mexico, and I was interested to have a chili enthusiast like Lili try them. It's from Hatch, New Mexico. The famous peppers of the American Southwest. So the cook is in the United States. It was interesting to see Lili in this environment since it was her first time camping and living in the woods. About to have our first meal. This definitely doesn't suck. Some big steaks. She took to it naturally right from the start. And she's already helping out, so. ¿Cómo piensas?
Es muy divertido.
Sí.
No tengo palabras.
It's new for her. This is her first time camping.
Sí, my first time.
Okay. You look a lot more comfortable than you did in the last clip. And now you have my chair. I don't usually cook outside. It's too much trouble carrying around dishes and washing everything. But since a friend gave me this stove, and since Lili loved to cook, it felt very natural. We're out here in Camp 5. As they say, en el bosque. In the woods. Those Hatch chilies that you saw me buy from Dakota Mart yesterday, they're a little spicy. What do you think about those?
So delicious.
Really good. So delicious, she says. So they must be good. Okay. See you later. Almost immediately, Lili was introduced to my routine of swimming, camping, and exercising at the Sturgis Community Center. From the very start, it came naturally to her. Oh, oh, cuidado, baby.
Yeah.
No estamos en Mexico. Lili's doing it right, doing it up, making pancakes, apple pancakes with, we got some authentic Vermont maple syrup. Bien hecho, Lili.
¿Lista?
from Dakota Mart and have Gatorade, bananas. About to go to the gym. What do you think of the American grocery stores?
Are very funny.
Very funny.
You can find different things.
Uh-huh.
And I really need to be in any grocery store here. Really?
She likes the grocery stores here.
I like the grocery stores in Mexico. So how's this gonna work? Lili's shyness was apparent from the start, and I felt for her, being a foreigner in a new land. She's perfectly fluent in English, but as she told me later, there was a reluctance of Mexicans to attempt to speak the language here in fear of sounding foolish. I did my best to make her feel comfortable, but it was difficult when I knew perfectly well of the prejudices that exist here. I surmised that a good number of those prejudices could be erased if only the language barrier could be overcome and people could understand each other. It seemed to me at the end of the day, we all had a lot in common. Just getting up. Lili just made this huevos con chorizo, so I have a little bit of Mexico here in the United States, here in South Dakota. A little bit of Mexico in the Black Hills.
Pruébala, bebé.
Yes, yes. About midway through the week, we got an unusually windy day, so we stayed home and I changed my brake pads. Food from the Dakota Mart. We're not cooking tonight. Just getting something, as Lili would say, algo sencillo. And chicken pot pie or beef pot pie. Some cake, stuffed peppers, and stuff like that. So, easy day. Lili's first time eating beef pot pie.
Tasty, baby.
¿Te gusta?
Super tasty, sí, está muy rico.
She likes it. She likes it. She likes it. The next day, after the wind subsided, we headed on an excursion through the Black Hills. The ride would take us to Mount Rushmore, Needles Highway, and my all-time favorite, Iron Mountain Road. We'd just finished watching Dances with Wolves the night before, a movie that was based and filmed around here, and Lili was really excited at the possibility of seeing buffalo. Before long, the historical faces of Mount Rushmore came into view. Hola, baby. Needles Highway. Qué bueno. Bien hecho, baby. Explore first. Cálmate, baby, cálmate. That's it. ¿Querías más? I tried to convince Lily to follow me up the rocks, but she said although she'd like to, her legs were just too short. I pressed on solo and was rewarded with a remarkable view of the pine forest when I got to the top. With my traveling companion absolutely chomping at the bit to see some buffalo, we headed deep into Custer State Park. Fortunately, Lily was not interested in petting the wild donkeys, so we pressed on. Vamos a comer hamburguesas. ¿Tienes hambre?
Poquita.
Yeah, okay. After a full day of riding, we headed to Deadwood in an attempt to beat the approaching storm. There we sat in Tin Lizzie's casino and listened to the rain as the power flickered off and on. A few days later, it was time for Lily to catch her plane back to Mexico. Mazatlan, the place she lives, had just been flooded from a hurricane, so she was hoping to hang out for a while in Mexico City with her family, she said. It was a pleasure to show her some of my favorite things in the U.S., and I was surprised at how well she adapted. And although I'm sure things must have been stressful on her at times, I was glad to have her with me as a faithful partner and companion.
To lunch.
Estas. Oh, sí. Lily's about to get on the plane, about to take off, head back to Mazatlan, Mexico. And first, she's going to stay with her parents because it's flooded in Mazatlan from the hurricane. So what do you like about the Black Hills?
Muchas cosas. Todo me encantó.
She likes everything. You like biscuits and gravy?
Sí.
Y hamburguesas también. Hamburgers, biscuits and gravy. And the ride through. Huge props to Lily for being such a good sport. As for me, I've got a few weeks to kill before Biketoberfest in Daytona. Until then, the road is wide open.